Christmas Eve is supposed to bring families together. But for one family, it became the night their entire bloodline was erased. A daughter, a sister, an aunt. By sunrise, she had murdered every member of her own family, and the reason behind it started with something many people dismiss between siblings: resentment. December 24th, 2007. The Anderson family gathered at their home, looking forward to a peaceful Christmas celebration. Wayne, 60, and Judy, 61, were preparing to welcome their children and grandchildren for dinner. Nothing seemed unusual. The table was set, gifts were waiting to be opened, and everyone expected a joyful evening with the people they loved most. But beneath the surface, years of bitterness had been quietly building. 29-year-old Michelle Anderson had been living with her boyfriend Joseph McEnroe on property owned by her parents. Family relationships had grown increasingly strained. Michelle believed her brother owed her $40,000, a claim her parents knew nothing about. At the same time, her parents had begun asking her to pay rent if she wanted to continue living on the family property. To Michelle, it wasn't about the money anymore. She felt ignored, treated unfairly, and convinced that everyone else had been favored over her. Over time, those feelings hardened into resentment, and resentment slowly transformed into something far more dangerous. Just 2 weeks before Christmas, Michelle and Joseph made a chilling decision. They agreed that her entire family had to die. In Michelle's mind, this wasn't just revenge. It was the only way to settle the score with the people she believed had betrayed, humiliated, and looked down on her for years. That Christmas Eve, the couple arrived at the family home carrying 2 semi-automatic pistols. Joseph shot Wayne and Judy first to make sure they couldn't survive. Michelle then fired additional shots into her own parents, leaving no doubt they were dead. Then they waited in complete silence. A short time later, Michelle's brother Scott arrived with his wife, Erica, and their 2 young children, Nathan and Olivia, expecting nothing more than a warm family Christmas. Instead, they walked straight into an ambush. Joseph opened fire on Scott and Erica, killing them where they stood. The terrified children cried as the unimaginable unfolded around them. Then Michelle made the decision that would shock even seasoned investigators. She turned the gun on her own nephew and niece, killing both children at close range. In just a few horrifying minutes, an entire family spanning 3 generations had been wiped out. A house that was meant to be filled with laughter and Christmas memories became one of the most disturbing crime scenes investigators had ever encountered. Michelle Anderson and Joseph McEnroe were later convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Sometimes the deadliest crimes don't begin with strangers or lifelong enemies. They begin with resentment that is allowed to grow in silence until it consumes everything. If you enjoy true crime stories told with facts and respect for the victims, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with others, and stay tuned for more true crime cases.